the Comedy Store has like a secret room for comics that I just found out about recently, like a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Chappelle was in town. Yeah. And somehow I finagled my way in there. Whatever. Chappelle's in there. He was like, "Oh, I need an aux cord. Anybody got an aux cord? You know." And so I was like, "Oh, I got a cord," because he was trying to play music back there, whatever. He liked to play music and stuff, right? So I was like, "Oh, I got this cord." And he looked at it. He was like, "Oh, that's not the correct one. Do you have the correct one?" Or something he said. And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, nigga." Some shit. I was like, I don't know. I thought I had the right one. It was so stupid though. And Chappelle looked at me. He looked at me. He was like, he did like one of those. All right. I get you. Now on the flip side, he don't know me, but for this one. Again, this at the Chinese theater, right? At the Chinese, this when it was popping at that Chinese theater. Shout out to Jeru. Jeru used to do that. Tillman used to do that. Yeah, shout out to Jeru. Ryan Davis, manager, matter of fact, right? So Chappelle was performing. He did a guest spot that night. He performing, and Chappelle said something. And I'm sitting all the way up at it's a theater. I'm sitting way up at the top. Chappelle said something on set. He was like, "What's something that you can get that'll never go away?" And I think it got dead silence. And I said, AIDS. Something it destroyed though. Everybody feels like, oh. Chappelle said, "Nigga, that's the funniest heckle I've ever heard in my life." But he don't know that was me though. That's funny, so one time I made him proud, and one time I completely disappointed him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
Hilarious. I got a funny story too, man. So my LA dad, it's like a church family. They took me in when I got to LA. He is a very wealthy man.
Let's get into this.
Huh? He's a very wealthy man. And one day he hit me. He was like, "I got your friend J. Anthony Brown right here." He was in the bathroom and gave J. Anthony Brown the phone. Hear me out. J. Anthony Brown went to school with my dad. So he was like, "I got your friend here." I get on the phone and dude start cursing me out. I'm like, "Wait, who is this?" Freaking Anthony Anderson, bro.
Wow.
So I do all deaf digital and I perform. And I was like, "Hey, bro, I know this is really awkward. You remember being in the bathroom and some old black man giving you the phone?" I was like, "Yeah, that was my dad." Me and this nigga became friends, and I did a couple tour days with him from that moment. And he cursed me out again when he saw me. He was like, "Nigga, I'm taking the piss. This nigga gave me the phone." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "Yo, that is the funniest story ever."
That's crazy.
Yep. And me and him are friends now. He's in my phone. I can call him.
I was at the only people in my phone, my mom. Okay.
Damn story. Me trying to. I mean, I don't know. Like comedy wise, all right.
Talking to the mic. Move it over.
I don't know. Comedy wise, like comedy clubs, but I remember one time playing in a celebrity flag football game, and I was talking heavy shit, telling Chris Brown I was nice, nigga. I'ma kill y'all now. I'm a this and that, nigga. I'm dropping the ball, nigga. All that shit, dog. And it
Give me that.
Like it's one of them. It's like one of them ones. Like a football field is 100 yards. But when you walk in, after you drop the ball and you walk into the sideline, nigga, it feels like it's 200.
Like bombing.
But it's the whole, nigga, it's my whole team just like, not like looking at me, but not, they're like, "This nigga trash."
They looked at you like David Allen Greer?
Nigga. I'm talking about everybody, nigga. And it was just too much for me, nigga. I'm like, yeah, I got to chill out. I got to stop talking for the rest of the day. So that'll probably be the moment. That flag football game where I was just dropping the ball and everybody's like, "This is the worst nigga here."
Did he hit you? Did Chris hit you with the?
Nah, it was more to just like, "Man, you all right, man."
Courtesy pat.
Oh, that's the worst.
I got a Chris Brown story. Oh, okay. I was in a movie called Stomp the Yard, right? Yeah. Dance movie. Chris Brown was in it. Okay. We at the after party. We in Atlanta. And this one Crumpin was at his height, right? It's in the movie. Like he Crumpin in the beginning. You know Chris Brown, he could do everything great when it comes to dancing, right?
Right.
He Crumpin. So I get in the store in the circle. Now, this is what y'all need to know about. I was in Stomp the Yard. I'm dancing in Stomp the Yard, but I'm one of the theaters or whatever. So I had picked up some shit because I'm around professional dancers. My beginning crump start off point, fire.
Yeah.
With the initial that first shoulder snap, that initial shoulder thrust. Oh, So I'm like getting in the middle. I'm like, dun, 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 dun. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Then I actually went into
Yeah.
the dancing. This nigga was like, yo. Like everybody was like, yo. Nigga, this ain't what you supposed to. Because I started like swinging the you got to swing the arms. But I don't think I've come from enough struggle.
My parents like each other.
My parents-
It's not in me.
My parents still married. You know, you can't crump dance if your parents still married.
Hilarious.
You don't
Please
have-
tell me about how you walked off though.
It was with my head down.
Yeah.
Wait, the music still
The
playing?
music was still playing.
Oh.
And then I
The
was like,
soundtrack to failure.
and so they started laughing. They started fuck your feelings. They started laughing at me, and so I kind of laughed, and I was like, yeah, I was just fucking around. And then I kind of went on about my business.
Hilarious.
But-
Didn't Fly
He's probably
Styles
crump
and
dancing
them
and
do the
smiling.
choreography for that?
Who?
Fly Styles.
Dave Scott. Dave
Scott.
Yeah, Dave Scott did the choreography.
Fly, because they all used to do Usher's choreography. So
Yeah, I know some of Usher dancers. I be seeing
Fly, Todd.
them.
Hey, were you crump dancing smiling though? Because a part of crump dancing is you gotta have a serious game
the
face.
pain. Yeah.
Yeah. Nigga cheesing.
Nigga don't mean it.
I was
It's
happy.
not working for me. It's not working for me.
Yeah, it wasn't going good. I was number 13 on the call sheet.
It's after crafty.
It was so funny being in the theater. No one knew he was gonna die in the first like 15 minutes. Spoiler alert! Anyone that hasn't seen the movie, it came out at fucking
20 years old.
right? 2007.
20.
But he died, and I was in the theater and just seeing all these chicks just boohoo crying because this is when Chris Brown first
Of
started
course,
really
yeah.
popping. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe it!
Yeah.
Country Wayne. Let's talk about it. How did that happen, man? You on tour with Country Wayne?
I actually got a random phone call from my buddy Jenny Kim. She's works for Innovative, and she was like, I met Country Wayne, and I feel like you'd be a good fit to go on tour with him. And she randomly said, you probably should call him. I called him, we talked, and I did a couple dates with him, and it just worked out, man. Like, it worked. That was a good time, man. And I don't know if y'all know who he is. Well, people that's watching this, like, yo, I only know him from social media. My first time seeing him perform was actually on tour with him. And dude is funny,
That
man.
motherfucker be going, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
He killing, huh?
he's
Yeah, Country
exceptionally
Wayne.
funny. Like,
I-
exceptionally funny.
I seen Country Wayne 3 years ago. He was already doing an hour. You know what I mean? So I don't.
He got an hour in less than 5, like a solid hour in less than 5 years.
Yeah,
Which is
it's
unheard of.
solid. It's solid.
That
Like,
boy's special, man.
He come on there. He understands what he's doing. I think.
Man,
You know what I mean? I
and
just
his
really think he
crowd. When I tell
understands
you, the
shit.
crowd loves him too. Because
Ain't-
being at the airport with him is like every 3 minutes, people like walking up to him. Like, I didn't know.
Right.
I
Yeah,
didn't know, but
yeah.
when you're around him, you're like, oh, this dude different, man.
that initial role when he gets announced on stage is crazy.
Oh, it's
right?
crazy.
It's insane. Nigga.
Standing ovation intro.
Intro.
Yeah.
Intro. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Intro.
it's crazy. Social media, man.
Mm.
But I feel like he was a part of that class too. 'Cause like you're an exception as well, where
Yeah.
cats are killing it on social media, but they actually dope on stage.
Right.
And there's probably like one handful of people you can name, but y'all two,
Yeah.
Yeah,
y'all different.
Appreciate that.
hands
Man.
down.
And y'all put in the work too.
Yeah, had to, man. I mean, I think Wayne started before social media. I think he was already doing comedy, right?
Nah, he was a
I don't
rapper.
think
He was a
so.
rapper.
He
Oh,
was.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, he was
He was a
rapping.
rapper. So some of that personality, I feel like when you do like entertainment before you do comedy, it kind of comes out. Like you're a dancer or actor, whatever, it kind of comes out. But he got it, man.
Word.
That's why T.I. dope already. For the most part, I mean, he dope already because he's had 20 years on stage.
Right.
That's half the battle is being comfortable on stage.
That and finding your voice is the hardest part. That
Yeah.
finding your voice part, it be kicking niggas' butt because niggas don't know what they want to talk about.
at all. Yeah.
You got to figure that thing out.
Yeah. It got quiet as hell just now. I was trying to make sure my levels was all right.
He's like, we ain't been recording this whole time.
Ah,
We need to
man,
start over.
That would have been horrendous.
You know what one of my biggest problems is as far as stand up is making my point of view a lot clear. It's not clear. I mean, of course that goes in part with finding your voice, but it's, what's my point of view? How am I going to convey this to the audience? That's
Well, I feel like I feel like I've learned too, especially being in LA long enough. Most black comics are really funny in a short period of time, but we don't really get a chance to expand our feelings.
yeah.
If you go to a mainstream club, they get a chance to talk about their day, what they went through, made a bagel, what they ate. Us, we know that we got a short period
Joke
of
number
time
one.
to be funny as possible. So I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of times we don't get a chance to develop our pure thoughts on stuff. We
You
just
know,
worry
that-
about being funny.
I think a lot of that too, though, is like black comics conditioning the crowd crowd to be like that with us. Meaning like, this nigga ain't funny. Y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, you're not allowing the newer comedians to really have that time and grace on stage to grow. So now we feel like we gotta fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, hurry up and come with the jokes. So I don't know. I be feeling like the kind of that is our fault also. Like, black people, we do want to laugh and we want you to, but if the host or whoever kind of set up that space for a comedian to be able to have that grow, like, hey man, y'all, you know, be nice to him, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He knew.
Be nice to him.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I've heard worse than that, nigga. I've heard in Atlanta, a host was getting booed, nigga, and he said, "All right, I want y'all to just show the next nigga the same respect y'all showing me right now." I said, "What?
How you get booed as a host?
As a host, nigga?
Atlanta ain't no punk, bro. I love Atlanta. Atlanta make you funny fast.
To answer your question, I got advice from Ron G one day after doing the show where he was like, "Yo, you got to let the crowd know what kind of person you are right away. You're being rude, and then you're being nice, and they don't know." He's like, if you just let them know that you're the rude person at the beginning, all your shit will make sense. And I started going up on stage like that at the beginning, like, nigga, yeah, I'm a rude motherfucker, y'all. This is what it is.
Right.
So now everything is like, oh, I get why he did that. Because he's rude as fuck.
Right.
That's a rude motherfucker.
Your point of view.
Yeah, that's my point of view. Like, you just let them know.
You gotta announce it up front.
Yeah, this is why I think like this. You know, I'm not telling you what I've done yet, but I think like this because you already cool. Now let's go on this ride.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
This is my last question, really. Wrap this.
Why you sound so sad about it though?
Yeah, like this nigga about to ask the craziest shit ever.
You sound over it.
It's so funny. You know, it's so funny. You know, it's so funny. I was telling Lee, I was like, I admire what's his name? DJ Academics. This motherfucker could talk for 3 hours
about anything. Bro.
About anything.
Yeah,
right, exactly. And let me tell you some disrespect. I'm tired of you niggas online saying I look like DJ Academics, man.
What? Hell nah.
What? Make no sense. Disrespectful.
I ain't never heard that.
It's when I first started rapping, and it was like, he kind of look like DJ Academics. Like, no, I don't. I told him after a while, I'm like, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. This is what I was gonna ask y'all though. I don't be knowing that y'all be getting bored and shit like that. That's what it be.
I'm good, bro.
Okay,
I feel like we're just getting started.
Oh, okay. I'll be like, I don't be trying to keep people hostage. Unaffordable is something that you say a lot, right?
Yeah.
What has made you say that? Because Keon did the podcast, this one a couple weeks ago, and he was asking me like, Justin, I always want to ask you like, why do you have a chip on your shoulder? Like, where does it come from? And then I said, have you seen my resume? No, I'm joking. I didn't say that, but to an extent, I was like, well, when you've accomplished X, Y, and Z, I said, imagine if Donald Glover was doing all this shit and no one acknowledged anything he was doing.
Yeah. But I think, he was doing that on YouTube, nigga.
He was.
Nigga, Donald Glover was one of the first YouTubers. His sketch, Donald Glover has a sketch to this day called Opposite Day, bro, where he's at work and everybody has to talk in reverse because Donald Glover's wife cheated on him, but he don't want to think about it. So he's talking, it's one shot, bro. Yeah. 3 minutes long, and they're all talking in reverse. And when Donald Glover comes in, he's in reverse and shit. He talking in reverse. He get mad at the dude that say something about his wife. And he's like, yo, I'll kill you. And he's like, damn, I gotta kill myself because I just said it. And the nigga kills himself. I'm like, yo, that's fucking, genius. 10, 11, 12 years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like,
it's called what again?
Opposite Day. It was when he was with College Humor, when he was over there.
Derek Comedy. No,
it's like Derek something. Derek Comedy.
Yeah, Derek Comedy. Yeah. No, when I first got on YouTube, the only black people I saw was me, Afion Crockett, Donald Glover, and then eventually like Dormtainment.
Daystorm.
Is that before Spoken?
I didn't even see Daystorm until later. Me personally,
was heavy.
He was heavy on that.
Yeah,
and then
Spoken, right?
Spoken
after
he was a little
later.
After me. You see what I'm saying?
Like that, y'all were the first wave. As far as like black, you know what I mean? And they have like Tim De La Ghetto, people like that. Yeah. Then the second wave, I would say Spoken Reasons and Deshaun Raw.
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah. That's what I was about to say, Deshaun Raw. Yep.
Yeah. Want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back, it's tempting.